This is how to perform an elbow internal rotation, pails, and rails. So our goal is to try to expand the capabilities of internally rotating, also known as pronating, the elbow joint and the whole forearm region. So we're going to be addressing these tissues that are restricted. We found that you are lacking certain ranges of motion. Thus, it's important that we expand those ranges of motion and teach the tissues to, let's say, program and learn this newfound range of motion. I'm going to zoom in on this so you have a really good understanding as to what we're trying to go after. And I'm going to use my own opposite hand to help facilitate certain things in regards to the isometric contractions. Like I said, we're trying to improve what's known as internal rotation of the elbow and forearm and wrist. And we're going to hold it in a position that is comfortable, that we can be in for quite some time. So I'm going to come here, and you can always use like a dowel if you wanted, and you can leverage a PVC pipe in the hand this direction if you wanted. In this case, I'm just going to use my own hand here. And I want to stay here for quite some time because we're trying to facilitate some sort of change. We want to spend roughly 2 minutes doing this. So once the 2 minutes is up, I'm going to start to ramp up and get ready to do my external rotation, or a Pails contraction, in order to teach the lengthened tissues to learn this new position. So I'm going to start making a fist. If I wanted, I could have a tennis ball in my hand to really give me something to grasp and hold on to. I'm going to get a little stiff in my core so I get my nervous system primed and ready to rock. I've been holding this stretch here. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to start to bring this portion of my forearm towards the camera in a rolling direction that way into my own hand and not physically move it. I'm going to start ramping up that contraction. I want it to be roughly 50% to 70% effort. So it should be pretty high effort. And once I get there, I'm going to hold that for roughly 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to drive more internal rotation on my own power. And now I should feel the underbelly right around where you can see some of my veins. It should feel like that's tightening and stiffening. I'm going to give that about 50 to 70% effort as well for 10 seconds. That 10 seconds is now up. I'm going to re-grip here, and I'm going to internally rotate that even more. I'm going to relax everything, let it hold this stretch for another 30 seconds. Once that 30 seconds is up, I'm going to contract my core, make a fist, externally rotate into my own hand and not physically move it. Hold that with a 50 to 70% effort. And then 10 seconds is up. I will now internally rotate and hold. It probably won't move because I've reached true end range of motion. Isn't quite going much further. It's really tight here. 10-second contraction and relax. I will do that one more time. And that would be considered enough to create some sort of change into the internal rotation action of the elbow, forearm, and wrist complex. When we restore rotation, it will allow us to be able to free up some sort of flexion and extension capability in that elbow if we are lacking that. So it's a great drill to perform when we show true stiffness of the elbow joint and somewhere along the forearm and wrist.